Alrighty, welcome to another 64 player single elim vintage cube drafts. These things are really cool. I really like these events where if we 3-0, we get to draft again, get to make the top 8. Anything less, and it is done. And we open a Mox Emerald. Love it. Passing on Strip Mine, which is a shame because I do enjoy Strip Mine decks, but pretty easy Mox Emerald here. Mox Emerald is awesome and maybe the worst Mox, but I'm not really complaining about getting a Mox. So I'm going to take that and maybe of note, maybe a Thassa's Oracle Wheels. Nothing else. Maybe a Bring to Light if that matters. Nothing else there is too powerful. Ooh. Another piece of power. Time Twister. I feel like Time Twister is now Power 9. It always has technically been part of the Power 9, but everyone was always like, yeah, but you know, Time Twister. It could be a library. It could be a Time Vault. It could be a Soul Ring, right? That could be the Power 9. At least in Cube, at this point, there's enough good combo support and fast mana acceleration support and stuff that, you know, draw 7 punishers like Bowmasters, Narset, Leovold, Hullbreacher, that I think Time Twister is just straight up power now, and especially after first picking a Mox, it's not even close. If you really wanted to draft red-white aggro, you could take Othari. Nothing else here I think you could really justify over Time Twister, and I would still take Time Twister, of course. Oh, there's a Doomsday and a Thassa's Oracle. I mean, I'm going to take Scalding Tarn. It's much better to take here than Doomsday, but it's a pretty solid pack. There's Hallowed Fountain, Night's Whisper, Dothy Voidwalker. These are all good cards. Treachery, Wormcoil Engine. Some people think these are good cards, so they might take them. I'm so over all those cards. Even Oracle of Moldiah used to be one of my favorite cards. No longer great in Cube, I don't think. Ooh, this is going nicely. 4th pick, Force of Will. Love Force of Will. Just being able to stop whatever they're doing for no mana is huge, and it's great with draw 7s. Imagine, you know, a game where you Force of Will their 2-drop and then cast a Time Twister on turn 3. Like, that's just a great start. And it's a shame to pass Lorien Revealed and Sensei's Top. I like both those cards, but I like Force of Will more. Maybe if we're really lucky, Lorien Revealed a wheel. That card, though, the word is still not out on how good Lorien Revealed is. Alongside Troll of Khazad-dûm and Oliphant. All those cards are great. The Lorien Revealed is by far the best of them. All right, and here we have a Retrofitter. I always like being live for Academy Urza decks. I think Retrofitter is a pretty strong card. I also just don't think this pack's very good. There's a Scrubland and a Fairy Mastermind and I guess a Goldspan Dragon, but none of those I think stack up to how good Retrofitter can be. Okay, so this pack has a couple cheap cards I like. Either Spellbomb and Brainstorm is what I'm deciding between. Not a big believer in the bounce lands. Not in a position to take Shallow Grave and don't really care too much for a sideboard card there. So Spellbomb is good, and if I end up in an Academy or Urza deck, I'd much rather have Spellbomb. But Brainstorm being a blue card for Force of Will and a good cantrip, and I have a fetch land, I should just take Brainstorm here to start with. I don't even know if the Retrofitter is making it in. It's just more of a speculative pick. Well, there's Palantir. This card's great. There's Zirda, which works nicely with Retrofitter. You never play Zirda unless you have Basalt Monolith or Grim Monolith. But there's also Teferi Time Raveler, and I really like Teferi. It's great with Force of Will. It's great with Time Twister. I've actually had plays where you have Narset in play, you +1 Teferi, and on their draw step you Time Twister. They don't get any new cards. Yeah, I'm going to take Teferi over Palantir here, and that's the closest one. And then here, people just always sleep on reanimated cards. In these things, I don't get it. I mean, I'm not in a position to take Necromancy, so I guess I'm perpetuating the problem, but it just shouldn't be 8th pick here. There's not really a pack I can construct where it makes sense for that. I mean, should I take it? The thing is, like, Thought Scour actually could be good here. I just don't see myself pivoting into Necromancy at this point. I don't know. Thought Scour is actually a nice combo with Brainstorm. You put 2 bad cards back. You Thought Scour them. If Thassa's Oracle Wheels here, then I'll probably take it and maybe find a way to cast Doomsday. Obviously, we're a little far away from casting Doomsday, but this is a fantastic start. I'm really happy. I mean, I've got a piece of power, a second piece of power, a draw 7, one of the best non-power cards in Force of Will, an awesome Planeswalker and Teferi Time Raveler, 2 cantrips, and a great fetch land, plus a Retrofitter in case artifact shenanigans start. So, pretty much prepared for everything here. All right, Thassa's Oracle did wheel, and I'm definitely going to take it over Bring to Light. I think that there is a chance that the Doomsday wheels, and if it does, then we're all in on that. Well, not really. If the Doomsday wheels, I will probably take it and see if the mana base works out. I'd have to pick up like Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, or a bunch of blue-black lands in order to make it happen. But the combo, for those who haven't experienced it or seen it or heard about it, is you cast Doomsday, you go to 5 cards in deck, Thassa's Oracle is one of them. You can clearly see how that wins the game easily. If you cast this with 2 cards in deck, you win. Ideally, you cast it with 0 cards in deck, so even if they kill Thassa's Oracle, having 0 devotion still wins you the game. And cards like Thought Scour are perfect. So imagine Doomsday past the turn is unfortunately often the scenario you have to do if you don't have enough mana to do more. But Doomsday past the turn, untap, Thought Scour yourself, cast Thought Oracle is really easy. And where it gets really spicy is if you can Doomsday, cast a cantrip, and win that turn. Okay, I don't know why Othari's still here. Should I take it? Ledger Shredder is fine. I'm not going to take Hangerback. I could take Ledger Shredder. This actually looks like a pretty solid Ledger Shredder deck. Not as much an Othari deck, but I'm curious why no one else wanted to take that card. All right, Doomsday tabled. And you know what? I like Night's Whisper, but I'm going to take Doomsday here because we have the opportunity to actually play a Doomsday deck. I'm not going to pass that up. I also think it is actually strong. I mean, some of the support cards for Doomsday, because the ideal Doomsday deck is one that kills the turn it casts Doomsday. So the fact that you lost half your life doesn't let your opponent kill you. And I think that there's a couple ways to go about it. Obviously, they all get better if you have Black Lotus in your deck, as does everything. But Lion's Eye Diamond actually can play a pretty good approximation. Because let's say I had LED. What I could do is I could like Doomsday, cast Brainstorm. Hold on, let me just take my Genesis engine that I'm not going to play. Doomsday, Brainstorm, draw, put back Thassa's Oracle, keep LED and like another cantrip, cast the cantrip, in response crack LED, use that to play for the Oracle, that sort of thing. I guess Horizon Canopy maybe, who knows. But it really takes either some kind of mana generating thing like Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Lion's Eye Diamond, Black Lotus, or a lot of lands in play. And something like Gush can also help because it's a 0 mana play. I mean, that's what some of the like vintage Doomsday decks do and all that. So yeah, there is a lot you can do with there's a lot of ways to have Doomsday work. And honestly, the Night's Whisper was a close pick because Night's Whisper is a good card, but this deck wouldn't really go into black just for Night's Whisper anyway. So might as well just take the card that wins you the game if I can get to the proper build, as opposed to the cantrip, which doesn't, are slightly better than cantrip. Like Night's Whisper is a good card, but I'm not, here, I'll take the Growth Chamber though. I don't think I'm going to play that either. I'm not going to go into black for Night's Whisper. So the only way I really regret Doomsday, and don't regret Ancestral. Ancestral's awesome. All right, we're doing good here. There's also a Mana Vault here. Nothing here that I even care about tabling, so slamming Ancestral. The only scenario where it ends up being bad is if we end up being blue-black but can't support Doomsday and want the Night's Whisper. That just seems like a pretty thin kind of line to cut. So I'm happy enough taking Doomsday there and just kind of having it chill here to inform our picks. All right, well, here's the Gush. I think I'm going to take Frantic Search, though. Frantic Search I found to be a very strong card in any sort of combo style deck. But, and I think Gush wheels a lot of the time. This pack's pretty good. There's Dismember, Liliana, Baleful Strix, Colonnade, Trespasser, Leyline Binding, Gut, Embereth Shieldbreaker, Pentad Prism. Yeah, I think Gush should wheel. If it doesn't, it doesn't. It's not really playable unless you have Doomsday or Fastbond. Those are the only 2 cards that make it playable, really. But Frantic Search has a lot of things going for it. And I don't think I want to take Dismember here or Baleful Strix. I'm pretty happy just taking Frantic Search. Oh, and then there's Echo of Eons. Perfection. Lion's Eye Diamond is really high on my list here. I don't even know if I'm playing this Teferi. I'm also passing a red-blue land, but I don't even have any red cards yet. I just took Frantic Search, so I have a discard outlet for Echo of Eons. Also, Thought Scour can mill it, especially if you brainstorm it up. Oh, Ledger Shredder is also a discard outlet. Echo of Eons is also just a fantastic card. I mean, it's a time twister sometimes with upsides. Oh, there's Entomb. Okay, I'm in for that. First of all, there's no card I really want. I still don't really see why no one's taking these Reanimator cards, but now that I have Echo of Eons, Entomb is basically a draw 7 unless you're unlucky enough to draw Echo. And if I get a couple animate spells, I could just go into Reanimator. There's no rule that says I can't. So we're gonna chill here. I think this Doomsday is making it. My biggest concern right now is finding blue-black lands, Dark Ritual, or sorry, blue-black lands. Oh, there's Lion's Eye Diamond. Well, that's one of them. I was going to say, in order, Black Lotus number 1, Lion's Eye Diamond number 2, Dark Ritual number 3, blue-black lands number 4, and Cabal Ritual number 5. Sorry, Underworld Breach, today's not your day. I am going to take LED. The fact that I've taken LED, honestly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not 0, it's not likely, but I've got 2 cards I really want to wheel here. I'm assuming Zagoth Triumph can't. But both Tendrils and Breach would be quite interesting, but I think I gotta take LED. Like, I have Echo Avions. LED Echo is like build your own Black Lotus Time Twister. And I also have Doomsday and all the LED Doomsday combos. This Teferi, if I don't get any free white sources, probably not playing it, but it is worth picking up the sources to play Teferi. It's a very good way to protect your combo. Ooh. So there's Mystical Tutor. And I do like Mystical when I have Ancestral Recall, Frantic Search, Echo Vion's Time Twister, Doomsday. But there's also Dark Ritual. What am I supposed to do here? Dark Ritual to cast Doomsday is super important. Also, Frantic Search is actually a good way to cast Doomsday too. You get to untap. You get to float a bunch of black and untap your swamps after using your blue mana to pay for it. I think I gotta take Dark Ritual. It's just too powerful to pass up. Mana is also the weak spot of all these decks, not card draw, and I have a lot of ways to draw cards. Brainstorm, Thought Scour, Ancestral, Frantic Search, Time Twister, Echo. Adding Mystical Tutor into the mix would be good. I would definitely play Mystical Tutor, but at this point, casting Doomsday is more important, and yeah, we'll see about this Teferi, but I really like how this is going. This Ledger Shredder is looking a little dubious to me. The Ledger Shredder is kind of funny because you could maneuver a situation where you cast Doomsday as your first spell and then cast another spell to trigger Ledger Shredder and draw a card. I don't know. Mana Vault's gone. Makes PO a lot less appealing. I might just take Contagion. It's a pretty solid sideboard card. It's a, pitch card. You have to pitch a black card to cast it, but it basically kills 2 small creatures. There's also Zern Orb, and Zern Orb is not crazy with Doomsday because it's a way to gain a bunch of life for no mana. At this point, the Retrofitter Academy Dream looks like it's not coming together. I don't have that many black cards. Let's just take the Zern Orb. I think Zern Orb has some small outs of being useful. Oh, interesting. Now there's a currency converter. Okay, I like currency converter. I have a way to discard with Ledger Shredder. That's a pretty good combo, and Frantic Search, because the converter gets really strong. Like, it's a good card, but what makes this a great card, one that you don't see me pass very often, if you combine this with other discard effects, it's a really strong card. Like, imagine a game where I go turn 1 converter, turn 2 Ledger Shredder plus a 0-drop. I discard a card and immediately get to convert that card into value. Like, that's kind of like tap draw card. Okay, this is a tough pick too, because Time Warp, it's hard to set up, but Time Warp with Doomsday is a huge, huge win. But a blue-black land is also pretty important. I think I'll take the blue-black land. I feel like that's what's lacking a little more. And you can tell it's a combo deck. I have 2 creatures, and they're both 2-drops, and all the spots are taken up with spells. The Gush Wield. Yes, that is great. All right, we're just like turbo Doomsday here. So the reason Gush is so strong is it's a 0 mana way to draw cards, and it draws 2 of them. So imagine again that I cast a Doomsday, even early. And then if I already had LED in hand, that would be awesome. But even if I didn't, I can Gush into, like, let's say I cast Doomsday with 1 blue mana in excess. I put Gush and I have Gush in hand. I put LED and a cantrip on top, cast Gush, play LED, cast Thought Scour myself, in response sack LED, cast Thassa's Oracle, that's a win. All it requires is Doomsday on the stack, 2 islands in play, and 1 island and one of them be untapped and Gush in hand. It's not that hard to do. I'm going to take Exhume here, pretty clear. Oh, and Life Death. So just no one's drafting Reanimator. Oh, Tendrils came back. I didn't think Breach would, but Tendrils coming back is awesome too. Okay, let's just get this Teferi out of here for now. So if no one's drafting Reanimator, even though we've seen Atali, we haven't seen Mystical's back with 2 cards left. Oh man, I'm going to be really disappointed if I don't 3-0 with this one. This one is, and then a free Contagion. Why not? I'll take it. Where's the power? I was told I was just going to open power every game. Every pack. I'm going to take Remand though. Remand is perfect anyway. So anyway, like I was saying, we haven't seen some of the good animate targets go by, and It's very possible if we pick up an Archon, we just have a second easy way to win. So let's take Remand here. And now here's on our wish list. We've actually gotten almost everything. Yawgmoth's Will would be amazing. Yawgmoth's Will is one of the best cards I could imagine getting. Archon of Cruelty or Atraxa, though I would rather have Archon. They'd actually both be crazy good. Who cares? Not this, whatever this is. Blue-black lands still there. I guess I just take Troll. I am hoping to pick up a blue-black land at some point, and Troll also makes it so, like, turn 1 Troll, turn 2 Exhume is just a fine start. Mishra's Bauble is also good, but I think Troll is better. So this pack did start out pretty weak, but packs 1 and 2 were so amazing that I don't really have grounds for complaint. Opening Remand into Troll is not the dream. They don't fill any of the slots I'm looking for, but I've gotten almost everything I want. A blue-black land and a Yawgmoth's Will would both be really hard to pass up. Oh wow, so this pack has a lot of good cards. This must have been a strong pack. I don't think I can afford to take Verdant. I clearly wouldn't take Heath. I just don't have a blue-black land yet, and it's worth so much. I have so much riding on it. Both Scalding Tarn and Troll get so much value from it that I don't think I can take another one. Urza's Saga is okay. I don't even know if I want to play this Retrofitter. In fact, I know I don't want to play it. Sunken Ruins might wheel, and I would be really happy if it did, but I think I'm going to take Preordain. Preordain's just an amazing card. Corpse Dance not even part of the equation at this point. Oh, wow. And this pack has Mystic Confluence, Beseech, Jace, and Shieldred. Oh, this is such a good Shieldred deck. Because, first of all, I have Dark Ritual, just play it turn 2, or a Mox or something. But I have 2 draw 7s. So Shieldred draw 7 is a really easy way to win the game. All right. I'll take that over Mystic Confluence. And Beseech the Mirror is likely to wheel. Oh, there's Tolarian Academy. Huh. Yeah, I'm going to take Academy. It's not like that I think we have a busted Academy deck. We have 5 artifacts right now. But I don't care about any of these other cards at all. Virtue, I guess, is a sideboard card against aggro, but I already even have Contagion. Let's take Academy, because if the rest of this pack ends up being a bunch of artifacts, then that would be fine too. Well, unfortunately, I can't take Snuff out. I have to take Urborg. Urborg in a Doomsday deck is awesome. I could have 3 islands in play and then just play Urborg and cast Doomsday. So this is the fixing I'm looking for. It also makes the fail case of Academy smaller. Thopter Foundry, I don't think we're in a spot to take that. I don't remember seeing Sword of the Meek, but I feel like we don't need another combo here quite as much. So 2 new picks, It doesn't looking like we're going to be doing good reanimating. I mean, reanimating Shieldred is still fine. I might just cut the Exhume and leave the Life Death. Though, maybe with the Troll, both is okay. Right now, this is not too many cards short. It's not too many cards over. I'd have to cut a couple cards. I think I might end up cutting the Academy. There's a pretty good chance of that, but we'll just see how the rest of this pans out. Still are very live to get like Yawgmoth's Will, Cabal Ritual, Watery Grave, or Underground Sea. I don't recall seeing either of those. And there's not a whole lot else I'm looking for. I guess there's an Imperial Seal and a Memory Jar here. So Imperial Seal is another tutor. Really bad one, but a tutor. Memory Jar is actually pretty nice with Shieldred as well. You can just cast a jar, and if they don't kill the jar, then they go Shieldred and immediately crack it. It's sometimes a little safer than playing the Shieldred first. Yeah, I hate Imperial Seal so much, but, this actually, I have 2 draw 7s already. This is an Imperial Seal deck. I gotta hand it to him. All right, let's take the Ledger Shredder out. Probably cut Academy Zernorb Retrofitter at this point. Happy to play these other things. This is basically 17 lands now. This is actually 18. Yeah, something like that. All right, last chance. Can we get a Yawg-Will? It's really not too much to ask to get a Yawgmoth's Will, and certainly no one at the table wants it. If a Yawgmoth's Will is open, I'm convinced that no one else would take it. I got a Mystical Tutor with 2 cards in the pack. Tendrils with 3 cards in the pack. Like, no one else is Yawg-Willing. I feel like we kind of deserve it. we don't. No one deserves anything, but I would take it if we got one. All right, let's go. I don't get it. How is there an Animate Dead here? 8th pick. No one at the table wanted Animate Dead. But also, there hasn't been a single big creature. Also, I don't even know that I'm going to take it. I think I'm just going to take Narset. I'd rather just have Narset to go with my draw 7s. I don't need a third animate. I have no creatures to animate. I think I might keep both of these because they both can animate Shieldred. Exhume gets kind of bad later in the game, but if you're going to animate Shieldred then win on the spot, it's fine. And this is 17 lands right now, 15 lands plus a Mox and a Troll. But that's probably fine because I can just play tons of islands. Oh, we never got a blue-black land. How brutal. I mean, I'm going to play the Tarn because it's a fine way to shuffle after Brainstorm. But, well, if I played Tundra, I could consider this Teferi. I don't really care for Skydiver or Turok. Yeah, let's take the Tundra. At the very least, we could consider siding Teferi in. Right now, we'd have 2 white sources plus currency converter. Yeah, I mean, that's probably not enough to run Teferi to begin with, but if I play against another blue deck, there's a pretty decent chance that I'll want to side it in. All right, so here, I'm not playing Dynamo. This is a black, white, red land. This makes Scalding Tarn get black. The question is, would I want Fiery Islet? Fiery Islet is kind of nice as a card draw spell after Doomsday. I think I'd rather just do that. I don't really want a tap land. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll take the... No, I'm not even going to play the Corpse Dance. Let's just take the Bone Crusher, I suppose. Yeah, Beseech came back. This is not a surprise. I mean, I'll take it. I mean, I guess there's the Silent Clearing. Beseech doesn't sound too bad in this deck, though. I feel like I have a pretty good chance of wanting to play it. Hellrider's the card I'd least like to play against, and yeah, I guess I'll take the Thopter Foundry. All right, well, Wild Draft, you know, we missed a couple times, but we hit a lot more than we missed. I think this deck is really good. Let's build it and find out. All right, so if we take out the lands, this is 1 card over. So many cantrips. That's pretty great, though. I think Beseech is good. I think Frantic Search, Narset. I mean, I kind of like basically all of this. Currency Converter is probably one of the weaker cards, but having a way to discard Echo Vions is nice, and it's a nice little combo with Frantic Search. Seems fine to me. I guess a big question is, do I want both Exhume and Life Death here? Do I want Beseech the Mirror? So what do I have to sacrifice? You have to sacrifice an artifact, enchantment, or token. I guess I actually am a little short on Beseech cards. Maybe I should have taken the Silent Clearing. I think that's what the card was. Or, no, that was the Savai Triumph. Yeah, well, whatever. All right, we're going to play almost all islands anyway, so sort by color. So this is a black land, this is a colorless land, this is the black land, and then these are blue, and then I have 1 blue-black land. All right. So, sad to not get to play Academy when you have Retrofitter, but we got the Academy a little too late to plan around it. So not playing any green sources. I kind of want to go max on blue, like 8, 9, 10, 11 blue sources, because I just have a million cantrips that draw me new cards. And this leaves me with 2, 3, 4, 5 black sources, plus currency converter, but also I'm just going to draw into... Oh, I get 1 more. All right. 3 is probably good then. So 6 black sources. Realistically, I'm not casting Doomsday without the help of Urborg or Dark Ritual, but that's fine. Or Lion's Eye in some weird scenarios. All right, yeah, this deck looks pretty great to me. It's got a couple paths to victory: Tendrils, Shieldred, Thassa's Oracle. I'm not really going to Tendrils them that often. Yeah, without Yogwill, Tendrils is actually kind of hard to get to. Maybe instead of Tendrils, I just play Ledger Shredder. It's a way to discard Echo Vions. It works with Currency Converter. If I Doomsday, I'm just going to set up a Thassa's Oracle kill. I can't do a Shieldred draw 7 kill after Doomsday, unfortunately. But if Thassa's Oracle's exiled, then maybe, I guess it makes Doomsday a lot weaker. But how am I really going to Tendrils them? I could Doomsday, then I could go like Gush. So let's say go Dark Ritual, Doomsday, Gush, Dark Ritual, I mean, Gush Dark Ritual Tendrils is 10, but if I do like Thought Scour into Lion's Eye Diamond into Tendrils, I mean, maybe that works. I think I'm going to start with the Ledger Shredder, and if they have like counter magic or something like that, I might be a little more inclined to put in the Tendrils, but this deck looks pretty great. Alrighty, time for round 1. I would in fact like to play first, and I'm not going to mulligan this hand. I'm definitely going to keep. This is where if I had like an Archon in my deck, yeah, that's another card that would have made this deck really, really busted. Look, I could always see how the deck could be better, even if the deck's very good. If I had Archon, I would consider some kind of like Imperial Seal for Entomb, turn 2 Swamp, Entomb, turn 3 Life Death. But as is, I think I'm just going to go turn 1 Creeping Tar Pit and leave up Remand on turn 2. Because going through this whole rigmarole to get a Shieldred into play on turn 3 is like not really what I want to do. Exhume is actually like a little different. I could Imperial Seal to set it up. Yeah, so I would get Entomb. Or I could just Imperial Seal for Troll. I kind of like that, actually. And then just play a turn 2, because I get a land out of the deal too. And then next turn I just go Troll Exhume, and at least it leaves Shieldred in my deck too. Uh-oh. What do they have here? This could be bad. Oh. No, that's not really that bad, honestly. Let's go land go. I'm actually really glad I went through this route, because now that extra land from the Troll seems pretty good. Looks like 5-color mid-range. All right, I'll remand that. And then Mox is okay. Let's go Swamp Cycle, get a Swamp, land, and Exhume. So now they can play Oko and make the Troll into a 3/3. I actually, thanks to Mox Emerald, I've got a play. Oh, well, they have a play too. I would cast Life and attack Oko with the Troll and all my lands to kill it. Yeah, I mean, that seems pretty reasonable. Obviously, whatever they're getting now, I assume is going to do a little bit more. But who knows? Maybe they're just still playing Oko. All right, Oko resolves. And they got to shrink the Troll. That's like the only play they could make. So I could Echo of Eons this turn, but I really like the idea of getting Oko off the board. So let's do that. Attack Oko, attack Oko. Attack Oko. Attack my opponent for 1. Why not? Oh, classic uses of life here. And then next turn, maybe I can Ritual Echo of Eons. I don't know. It'll kind of depend on what they do. Their deck looks pretty good so far. I mean, I don't know how good their mana base is overall, but they have DT, Oko, Ponder, Vindicate. These are all good cards. And a Mox Pearl. Yeah, that card's great too. Deep Cavern Bat? Ugh. Gross. That's like the only way you can get Echo. Like, there's not that many ways to stop an Echo, and discard usually is actually really bad against it. But Deep Cavern Bat? Okay, let's get some converting going. I was even about to find... let's just discard a land. I was even about to find a discard outlet for Echo. I guess I can't even attack because my Troll's just a 3/3 idiot. Okay, well, yeah, that Deep Cavern Bat got me good. That was like my whole game plan. I guess I'll take it. I don't have any other reanimates, so I don't think I need to chump right now. Okay, Virtue, sure. Ancestral, sure. Ancestral's good. No. Div, okay, it's a Cryptic Command, not a Hull Breacher, but still pretty bad for me. They're really playing Cryptic Command in this deck? More power to them, huh? Counter target spell, draw a card. Let's just draw in response. I don't have any counters or anything, but... Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty dead here. They have Successfully answered all of my plays. The Deep Cavern Bat plus Cryptic Command, Oko. They did some good job. Oh, they're going to hardcast a Virtue? Sure. That one doesn't bother me too much. I'm dead in a sec here anyway. I guess Brainstorm. Yeah, I can't afford to tap the converter first. Oh, wait a second. I just win, I think. Hold on. Yeah, I don't even need the Dark Ritual. So what I can do is I can put back Preordain and Dark Ritual, tap the converter to make a treasure, cast Doomsday, float a blue with Gush, Gush into Lion's Eye Thought Scour. Yeah, I think that works. Whew, this is why we Doomsday. Okay. And so I Gush, draw Lion's Eye Thought Scour, leaving 2 bricks and a Thassa's Oracle. All right, so I need... Oh, I mean, I guess I could just get Ancestral Recall instead. Yeah, sure. I have Ancestral as well. Ancestral, Thassa's Oracle, Lion's Eye Diamond, and then I guess Force of Will, or I guess Dark Ritual. No, it doesn't. It honestly doesn't matter at this point because they're just gonna. Sure, I'll take Time Twister as well. Then I draw Ancestral LED. Yeah. And let's put back these. Time Twister, Force of Will, Thassa's Oracle, Ancestral, Lion's Eye. Tap for a blue, cast Gush. Oh, what a brainstorm. Play Lion's Eye, play an island, hold down Control, Ancestral myself, in response crack LED. I get to Converter. I don't need to do that. And then Thassa's Oracle. Just like we drew it up. Oh, this deck's got some action to it, I'll tell you that much. All right. Sideboarding against them. Well, I certainly don't want Contagion. I'm kind of interested in Teferi Time Raveler. I can put in these 2 lands. Yeah, I didn't take Savai Triome or Black-White land, which I think is fine, but... Well, what do I want to cut? I don't really want to cut much. The only thing Contagion would be good at is killing Deep Cavern Bat, but it's such a bad way to do that. Kind of think Litter Shredder's kind of mid, but Retrofitter's kind of interesting. I could put in like Retrofitter plus a cheeky Academy. So the reason Academy is not completely crazy is I have an Urborg, which makes it tap for black, so it's not a drawback. And then Converter and Retrofitter both go pretty nuts with it. I kind of like that. And then Academy over an island. I still don't think I want Zurin Orb, but yeah, I like... oh, this is one too many Ledger Shredders. It has to go out. All right. It just feels like against a control deck, I know they can blow up the Retrofitter in some ways. Look, free Academy. Though, it's possible this hand is just not a keeper anyway. It does have Urborg Dark Ritual. I really like that. If I draw Troll, this hand's pretty good. If I draw blue cards, yeah, I think I can do better. I have Ancestral in my deck. I could just mulligan to that. Yeah, I guess I have to keep this and then put Exhume back. And then my plan is to just draw Currency Converter or... Oh, Brainstorm's interesting. Let's just play the island. I'm not even going to cast Brainstorm yet, but I really don't want to get Deep Cavern batted. And my hand is like bad enough that I feel like protecting myself against Deep Cavern Bat is good. Oh, Chromox. And they have Zagoth Trim. Yeah, their deck looks like a good 5-color control deck or 4-color control deck. I haven't seen any red cards, I don't think. There goes Fractured Identity and Scavenging Ooze. Sure. Ooze is kind of something. I don't know. Not really that big of a deal. I put my Exhume back. Brutal. Let's actually go Swamp here because I think there's a chance I want to Brainstorm and cycle Troll. I could maybe play Creeping Tarpit next turn. The biggest reason not to cycle Troll is that Scavenging Ooze would get bigger. We're just going to pass. Okay, with Cryptic up, I'm sure. All right, I'll play the Tar Pit. I'll pass the turn. The only downside to Tar Pit is it's not an island for Gush. Oh, they didn't do anything. I don't feel like I'm in a big hurry here. Oh, is this the famed Deep Cavern Bat? No, this is something else. So Vindicate on my Tar Pit is my guess, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, you can hit me for 2 here. Be funny if they ninja and then I use Brainstorm to help the ninja clear off the top of the deck. Kaido Shizuki. Sure, I'm not going to force that anyway, so. And then draw a card. Okay. Mox, yeah. But no land. I think I Brainstorm here. Okay. Interesting. So I have Echo of Eons, but I'm not doing anything right now. I could Doomsday. I have a really weird play here. Let me talk this through. I'm assuming they don't have anything. Oh, they have a Ketria Triumph. No, well, no, that actually doesn't matter. Okay, so no, it doesn't matter because they could exile my Lion's Eye. I was thinking of a scenario where I go like, put 2 cards back, cycle Troll, untap, cast Doomsday, putting 5 cards in deck, and then I would have 1, 2, and then I would be able to go Lion's Eye, Echo of Eons, and I would kind of know what I'm drawing. But the Scavenging Ooze makes that a bit rough. I'm just trying to think of like this. Clearly, if I had a island in play, I could Mystical here. But on the other hand, if I didn't have an island or swamp in play, I wouldn't be able to cast Doomsday. I could Mystical for Dark Ritual and cast Doomsday with more mana floating, but then that still doesn't do anything. I think I put back 2 lands and then cycle the Troll to get a land, draw, play a swamp, and then pass the turn. And then the Troll, yeah, they can eat the Troll. That's fine. I don't know. I don't think there's a way to kill them there because I couldn't cast Gush and Doomsday in the same turn. Now I can. So I could potentially Mystical for Gush. See what they do. If they tap out, obviously that's different. I don't think they're going to tap out though. I think they're just going to draw and pass with Cryptic up. Oh, Tide Hollow Sculler. They have that one too, huh? I think I'm going to Mystical for Ancestral in response. And just let them go nuts. The Exile discard is really cramping my style here. It just makes things a lot harder for me because they can store Echo of Eons or Doomsday or whatever where I can't get to it. Delighted Halfling, sure. All right, let's Ancestral and let's see if we can do something here. A bunch of junk. I guess I'm just going to cast Echo of Eons here. So you can actually sack LED. I guess I just want blue now. They don't have priority here. And then I can put Echo on the stack. And now you can go ahead and Troll if you want, but yeah, you didn't do anything. I think now I go Retrofitter. Oh, the Scavenging Ooze is like being a little more annoying than I initially thought it might be. What I might want... I just don't really have... Like, looking at my sideboard, I don't really have a way to get rid of any of those things. Honestly, I might have to bring in the Teferi. It stops their counter magic, and it makes it so I can bounce a Tide Hollow Sculler or a Bat on a critical turn. All right. Probably just going to tutor for like a Cryptic or something. Though they should just use Kaito first in that case, because maybe you draw the card you tutored for, or tutor for something else. But all right, let's make a servo. Yeah, without Scavenging Ooze, I actually could have set up Mystical for Exhume, Entomb, Exhume, Time Twister. It actually would have been pretty sick, but I'm going to get Ancestral Recall again. They have to discard the hand size. Ooh, great. Ancestral Recall myself. And surprisingly, they let it happen because we're not doing anything here. Preordain. Gush. Oh yeah, actually I kind of like Gush because what I'm looking for now is an Academy. And the currency converter would be kind of nice here. Unfortunately, I can't play Academy and Frantic Search here, but I do like playing Frantic Search. Maybe I want Tendrils in as an additional way to win too. I don't know. Spell Pierce. All right, yeah, we're dead here. I'm kind of liking the idea of Tundra, Teferi, get that Academy back out, get the Retrofitter out. Do I want A-planes? Not really. I've got two ways to find this. Plus, I have treasures off Currency Converter and a lot of ways to draw cards. I think that's going to have to do it. Honestly, Bone Crusher Giant doesn't sound crazy either. I have Fiery Islet too. All right, let's add one mountain. Because I have Scalding Tarn as well. Bone Crusher, probably take out a swamp. And we're just not casting Doomsday except with Dark Ritual or Urborg probably. And I think I'm going to take out Exhume. Or is it Life Death? I want to take out one of the Reanimate spells because I just kind of am not believing in them right now. Against Scavenging Ooze and just all the disruption in general. I think Entomb is still fine. I guess, despite the fact that I cast Life the other game, I think I'm better off leaving Exhume in for the Exhume Troll opener. Well, I can't mulligan this. I would really like to find a way to discard Echo of Eons here. What I really hope is that I Thought Scour and hit Mill, Shieldred, or Troll of Khazad-dûm, and then draw a swamp. But I'm not turning down a turn 1 remand hand. They mulled to 6 that also has a Thought Scour. Like, I just get to draw a bunch of extra cards with this hand, and hopefully I'll find something good to do. They're probably playing a Triome on turn 1, would be my guess. I'd also accept Thought Scour and just drawing the Troll. That sounds great. Sure. I'm not going to Thought Scour them even if they don't shuffle, because the top card is the best one and the other two are worse, so I don't actually want to help them by doing that. All right. Let's Thought Scour me. What do I draw? I drew Swamp. I milled Teferi and Force of Will. That's fine. Bone Crusher Giant. All right. Pass. Sig Zoom is not looking too hot here. Oh, let's play Scavenging Ooze. Do it. Oh, Delighted Halfling? Yeah, that's fine too. I will Bone Crusher that. Hopefully I don't get Spell Pierced here. Ugh. Just had it. They had it all. Well, oh, there's Frantic Search? Great. So let's go Frantic Search. Do I want to float a blue? I guess there's no real... No, I don't. Actually, yeah, I do. I'm going to spend all my mana. Frantic Search, use the green. Oh, yeah, let's discard Echo. Untap. And I think I just cast the Time Twister from my hand here instead of the Echo, because now Echo's still in my deck. These are some cards. Let's preordain first. Oh, Teferi and Urborg. I don't think I need Urborg, but I will keep Teferi. And then next turn I have, because I have that Tundra, I can Bone Crusher in Teferi. Let's hope they don't have anything too good. They're on all blue-green mana, though. They did draw their Mox, unfortunately. Oh, do they have a legendary spell? And as for playing around Spell Pierce the turn prior, I just don't think I can play the whole game around Spell Pierce. That's just not something that I am willing to do. Tarmogoyf as a 1/2. And Oko. Okay, let's see what we can do here. Remand isn't terrible. I mean, I can Bone Crusher the Tarmogoyf. It will die. That's interesting. Let's do... Alternately, I can Bone Crusher the Delighted Halfling, but then Tarmogoyf goes up to a 2/3. But then I could bounce the Tarmogoyf, but then they can... Oh man, they played two... Needed them not to play 2 threats, and they had to save their Halfling the turn prior, because now I'm in a position where I can Bone Crusher Teferi 2 of their 3 things. And part of the problem with Bone Crushing Tarmogoyf and then leaving up Remand is the Delighted Halfling makes a lot of things unremandable. I could... What if I go Tundra, bounce the food token, and then pass with Bone Crusher and Remand up, and if they attack with just the Tarmogoyf, yeah, then I get to Bone Crusher it. That seems fine. Let's bounce the food. All right, need to draw some action here. I've got draw 7s in my deck. Well, draw 7 because the Time Twister's in the graveyard. I've got Ancestral. We just need to find something. We drew into a lot of lands out that draw 7. All right, they made a food. And I know they can't do anything in response because of the Teferi. So that much is pretty nice. Okay, so now I stomp the Teferi. And they can't kill my Teferi or anything. They can play a land. They are on just blue-green-white mana. What is this? Another legendary spell. Ojer Kozlem. I drew another land. I'm going to lose to this card? Yikes. Yeah, I mean, I am, though. Guess I'll +1. I'll cast Bone Crusher because I think it's worth doing that. Play another island and pass the turn. Yeah, I mean, I guess they're going to put a creature and a land into play. Or to try to. I guess they could also switch... Oh, wait, no, they can't switch the Bone Crusher and the food because the Bone Crusher is too strong. Okay, so they attack Teferi and attack me. Yeah, now I'll block this. I think keeping Teferi alive is one of the ways I can win this. I need to draw something. I need to just not draw like another land, but they put a Sentinel and a Triumph into play, sure. They have Snuff Out in their deck. It doesn't really kill anything. Guess it would have killed the Bone Crusher. Okay, I'm at 9, so I'm basically dead next turn. I'm going to cycle this Troll. I don't think Troll does anything for me in my hand. I'm certainly not casting it. And I'm hoping to get a nice Remand here. Tidehollow Sculler is their top card. Yeah, I guess they can now cast it with Zagoth Triumph and whatnot. But I've got Teferi. That's like the only saving grace. Oh, they're even playing a legendary spell, so I can't counter it. And the things that had to go wrong for me to lose this game were kind of unfortunate. Just the Spell Pierce on the Bone Crusher, and then... I don't know. Their deck seems good too, though. Scavenging Ooze. Yes, I will definitely want to remand that. I guess I want to cycle this first. Try to thin my deck out a little. I guess, oh, that's my last swamp. I didn't really think about that. All right. It starts here. Oh, no. No. I get one draw step off the Fiery Islet. I guess it's still probably better to Thought Scour myself. All right, Doomsday. Oh, Frantic Search is great. Okay, so let's go Swamp. Frantic Search using a blue, green and a blue. Leaving 2 black. Draw. Come on, action. Doomsday. Oh, I drew Doomsday. Okay. Okay. I think this is going to be enough. So let's discard, I mean, whatever, 2 lands. Any order. Untap 3 lands. So I want to untap a swamp, an island. So they can Scavenging Ooze 1 card. So that's worth noting. So what am I going to do? I'm going to cast... I have 2 mana floating. And I'm going to untap one more land, so I have 5 mana. So I'll Doomsday, crack Fiery Islet to get to draw 1 card. Crack LED. Yeah, no, this is easy, I think. I mean, I even have a Teferi in play. Oh, I guess I have Imperial Seal as an instant speed. I don't really need that though. All right, I'll just +1 to Teferi. Hold down control. Actually, I don't need to hold down control. I can just cast Doomsday. Yeah, so I just cast Doomsday here. They can prevent me from getting my LED. Oh, I guess I didn't even crack my LED, so whatever. Let's get Ancestral Recall, Thassa's Oracle, and honestly, the rest doesn't even matter. I guess I draw 1. Oh, I don't even need Ancestral. I could just do Gush. Thassa's Oracle, Gush. Because I'm going to draw my top card. I'll have plenty of mana floating thanks to this LED. I draw my top card. 4 cards left, Gush to 2 cards left. Yeah, no, I mean, I got it. Whew, Doomsday. Doomsday coming through in the clutch. This is impressive, honestly. It really doesn't matter, I don't think. They have no cards. I mean, they can't play any cards because of Teferi. Yeah. Sure, we can take a Thought Scour while we're at it. Why not? Gush, Island, and Thassa's Oracle, Frantic Search, Thought Scour. Yeah, that sounds right to me. And then put Frantic Search on the bottom, Island on the bottom, Thassa's Oracle, Thought Scour, Gush, crack LED for blue, tap this for a black, why not? Draw a card, return 2 islands, draw 2 cards, cast Thassa's Oracle. Oh, let's not Thought Scour myself, actually. Let's just let this resolve. That should be good. And put Frantic Search on top, and boom! Round 1 goes to Doomsday. Look at that. Awesome. Alrighty, that was an exciting round 1. I gotta say, Doomsday is one of the most nerve-wracking cards to ever resolve. You're just like, did I misclick? I hope I didn't. Alright, I'm gonna keep this hand. We're in round 2 here. This Tarn not getting black is tilting. All right, we're playing as White Weenie? White Weenie. Oh, Esper Sentinel? Can I just draw my Mox? Yeah, Esper Sentinel's such a beating. Like, I could Ancestral here by Mysticaling, but giving them a card seems so bad. Let's just not do that. Yeah, Kithian's fine. Triple 1-drop draw, huh? All right. Yeah, I mean, Mysticaling for Entomb just doesn't seem good. Do I have to? I just have to do this, actually. It's fine. Whatever. Esper Sentinel is just a beating of a card. Now I'm going to Ancestral myself and discard Shieldred. I am going to pay the 1 here, though. Yeah, and then pass the turn. If I had drawn a black source, I could have cast Shieldred, but Exhume will do the trick. I'm going to take 4, maybe 5 damage here, depending if they pump. Yeah, they pump the figures, so that's 5. Kithian flips. Play a Giver, sure. And then untap that. All right. Oh, there's my black mana. Let's go Mox. Pay 1. Exhume. Put a Shieldred into play. If they don't have an answer to Shieldred, maybe I can find a draw 7. They're probably just going to pass to exile it right away or something. All right. The fact that they didn't play anything last turn besides a Giver of Runes, especially after drawing a card off Esper Sentinel, I really don't think my Shieldred's going to live. Oh, I guess it's attacking Gideon. Contagion definitely coming in here, but this is tough because They can just block down the Shieldred now. I'm going to cycle the Troll. I don't think I'm that likely to cast it. Okay, action. Not nothing. Let's cast Narset. I think I will pay the 1. I'm going to draw. My Shieldred's going to die here. Imperial Seal. No, that doesn't work because I don't have triple black for Doomsday next turn. So I think I get Thought Scour. I think I'm going to Thought Scour now. I am going to get to at least get to kill something here. This isn't just Shieldred dying for no reason. Because they have the... Oh, they don't have the triple block. They have the double block, so I guess I get to kill Esper Sentinel, and that's it. I mean, I'll try to kill them both, but they'll give protection to one of them. Yeah. It doesn't really matter which order we order them. Oh, they just didn't use Giver? Or pump their figure? Okay. I'll allow it. If you want to throw all your creatures in the bin and not mine, then I will take it. Whoops. Well, I'm going to lose my Narset, but my odds of winning this game went up like 1,000,000%. I was probably less than 10% to win this game, and now, I don't know, am I a favorite now? It depends. If they can't kill Shieldred, I just might be. Now I kind of wish I'd played that Swamp so I could have maybe Doomsday next turn. They're just like stunned. I think they just went one passive priority too much. I don't know. They're shook right now. I can tell. All right, it's just their turn. They didn't do anything. They take 2 off Shieldred. Now if they've got to at least kill Narset here. If they don't kill Narset, it's going to be wild. All right, yeah, they're sending in Gideon, but now instead of them having a 4/4 and me not having a Shieldred, I have a Shieldred still, and they don't, and I'm taking way less damage now. I'm not taking damage. Sure, Luris is fine. Probably play figure, yeah. I mean, this game's not easy still, but we got outs. All right, let's draw something good off this Thought Scour. Not Island. Honestly, as long as it's not Island. Oh, I milled Echo of Eons. That's just game. Oh, sometimes we really deserve it. Oh man, what a game. Well, I do want Contagion. And I kind of do want Retrofitter. I honestly think just Retrofitter, and if I'm boarding in Retrofitter, I'm going to board in the Academy. Let's see. I'll take out an island and maybe take out Exhume. I gotta take out one more. Maybe Ledger Shredder's actually okay. Can kind of block nicely. I think I'll leave Life Death in. I don't really want to take out Imperial Seal, but I guess I could. Maybe just take out Ledger Shredder. We put in a different good blocker instead. All right, we are on the draw here. Yeah, I'm going to keep this hand. This is like a turn 2 Shieldred. If I just find a black source. I have a Thought Scour as a cantrip. Oh, Contagion's kind of nice. I can pitch this Entomb. I might be able to Contagion the first 2 plays, depending on what my opponent's 2-drop is here. I really want it to be a 1 toughness creature. Though, Contagion is a -2/-1 counter, which is just a ridiculous thing. But that does mean that a 2/2 would become a 0/1. Okay. I'm just going to pay the 1 here. I'm going to give up on Thought Scour for the turn. That was pretty sick. If I draw a Swamp, that's not a Swamp. Ugh. Let's Thought Scour myself. I milled Echo of Eons. Okay, that's not bad. Let's play my island. So far, this Academy isn't really costing me. If I draw a Swamp and I can go Ritual Shieldred, that would be sick. All right, what do we got? Lion Sash. No, my Echo of Eons. Okay. Well, there goes that. And my Time Twister's gone too. That's kind of a beat. Well, there's a swamp. I guess we're just all in on Shieldred now. If they have a removal for Shieldred, I'm going to be pretty disappointed. But if they don't, then I think this is a pretty good spot. All right, well, they don't have any instant speed removal. There's a bunch of sorcery speed stuff, though. Give her Runes Ain't. Okay. Mystical Tutor. Interesting. Here's where if I had a Time Twister, I would go get it, but unfortunately I milled both my Time Twisters. Do I want to gain 1,000,000 life? Yeah, it sounds kind of nice to gain 1,000,000 life. All right. Mystical Tutor. I'm going to get Ancestral Recall. I'm going to Gush. I'm going to draw. I'm going to draw. I don't really need to Ancestral right now. I guess I didn't have to Gush right then either, but I kind of like to just gain the life while it was free to do so. No instants in the graveyard, or no, sorry, creatures in the graveyard except their own. Containment Priest. That's a good one to know about. Okay, they have one card in hand. I guess what's going to happen here most likely is they're gonna lose 2 life a turn off Shieldred. They're gonna try to hit me for a little damage here. If they can't kill the Shieldred though, I don't think they can beat me before Shieldred goes off. All right, well, I'm gonna cycle this, get one of my swamps, and then I think I'm just gonna let the Elite Spellbinder hit the Ancestral, because anything that Elite Spellbinder hits will cost more than Ancestral. So I can just cast Ancestral next turn. Hitting, they should just hit with both. Just block and give protection if they need to. Okay, that works for me. I'm going to exile my Troll, I guess. Do a little more damage. Okay. Draw. Here's where I wish I had a Tendrils. Tendrils would be nice. Oh, Frantic Search is kind of cool. Let's just play a Swamp and pass. No reason to attack now. But the reason I'm not that scared... Oh, I should have actually Ancestral first. There's no real reason to wait. Oh, actually, no, there is a reason to wait. I might Ancestral them. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. That's Frantic Search in response. All right, I'm going to give up the Academy Dream. The thing is, Shield is just getting me 1,000,000 life. Yeah, I'm going to let Thalia resolve here. My plan is to just Ancestral them in a few turns. And there's just no way they can kill me before then. And I have Force of Will to stop them from killing Shieldred. I also don't really even want to play Narset because I want I want them to be able to draw cards. Imperial Seal? Yeah, let's see what's up. I don't really know what I can get that does anything here. Honestly, I think it is Creeping Tar Pit. Oh yeah, there we go. We got ourselves a plan. Okay, pass. I'm at 26. They don't know it. They're a turn away from getting taken down here because they're going to go to 8. And then they're going to go to 6 next turn, and I'm going to Ancestral them, and that'll be that. Sarah Paragon. They have no cards in hand? Sure. Oh man, if they play Esper Sentinel, okay, that was just not going to work out well for them if that was the case. I got to make sure not to let this die because they gain 2 life off the Sarah Paragon, but that doesn't seem like an issue here. Let's just draw. The reason I don't want to Ancestral yet, oh, I guess Ancestral costs 1,000,000 mana. Oh, I actually did mess up. I should have Imperial Sealed for an untapped land. Yeah, that would have been a lot better. I mean, it's fine, but because of Thalia... Oh, wait, no, this costs... Yeah, this costs 4, and Force costs 1, so I actually can't force them here. I am going to let them draw, because if they show me that last card, then I know the way's clear. I can just Ancestral them. And I guess if they play something, I can just force it. I'm not close to dying here. I've gained so much life off Shieldred. So this goes to the graveyard from the battlefield. And then you plus it. Doesn't do anything. Yeah, sure, I'll just take it. Certainly not going to kill that thing and let you gain some life. No, these have like a lifelink or anything. You can now make Shieldred attack. Didn't go well last game though. All right. And if I get to untap, I have Force Up, so I'm just going to wait. Or if they play their last card and it's not something that stops anything from happening here. But we're going to Ancestral. And it's going to be a Gucci. Draw. Gain 2 life. Play Fiery Islet. Ancestral Recall targeting you. Here, I give you a gift. It's 3 cards. So now, off the Ancestral, they could draw an instant that gains them life, which I could force. They can't draw a way to kill Shieldred, or rather, killing Shieldred doesn't do anything. And I think this puts us at 2-0, unless they have something. I mean, if they have Solitude or Swords, they can try to kill one of their own creatures to gain some life. But I have 4, so they have to draw 2 ways to gain life in 3 cards. Plus the one they already had, but it's not as likely that that's something. Oh, and they have to be able to play them both through Athalia, which it is possible. They just drew 3 cards, but did not happen. Ooh, feel like we stole that one. On to the finals. All right, time for round 3. Let's see if we can make it. And, well, definitely a keepable hand. Dark Ritual means that Doomsday is a very live draw. Entomb means that any animate is pretty nice. And Preordain and Thought Scour give me some good looks at stuff. So let's start with Preordain. Both Thought Scour. 3 islands in a row, and then I drew a Fiery Islet for my turn. Come on. Let's do a little better than that, shall we? Ooh, I do like playing against red-green in general, though. Nashoba Brawler is a pretty scary one. All right, let's go Ledger Shredder here. I doubt I'm going to be able to block this. They're almost assuredly going to play a duel of some kind. Yeah, there goes a Proving Ground. Nah, that's not the worst. If they'd played like a Xander's Lounge or something, it'd be a lot worse. Savai Triome. I guess Rafine's Tower would have actually been the GOAT there. Let's Brainstorm. Urborg and Narset. I like Urborg. I kind of am off this Entomb. No, I guess I can set up an Echo of Eons. All right, so let's put back, I think, Fiery Islet. Actually, no, Fiery Islet is actually just, well, I'm putting back an island. The thing is, Fiery Islet with Urborg is nice, but I need 2 actual islands for Gush. And I think I still want Entomb. I think that oh, I already have a second island. Yeah. All right, I'll put back the Fiery Islet. Play an island, and I guess I will Thought Scour myself and trigger the Ledger Shredder. Draw. Discard still. I think discard the Fiery Islet still. It makes sense to me. Draw. Oh, Imperial Seal. Oh, I can just get Doomsday. Oh, this deck is sick. All right, let's get Doomsday, and we should win next turn here. Because this is going to be the Doomsday pile where I go Doomsday, put Lion's Eye Diamond Ancestral on top, Gush, LED Ancestral. I also am going to chump with a Ledger Shredder here because it would be so awkward to have them cast 2 spells and trigger my Shredder at the wrong time. Yeah, that looks good to me. I even have an extra card to discard if I need it. So I would be scared if I were them. Oh, I milled a Troll too. Oh, I guess it's good I didn't mill the Doomsday. That would have been unfortunate. I didn't really look at that, the Thought Scour second mill before doing that. All right, Waterlogged Grove. Fury? I hope it's not Mind Twist. Othari? They failed to cast their spell twice now. Let's see if third time's the charm. Oh, Mock Sapphire, sure. Oh, this kind of feels like a 4th Eorlingus then, but maybe not. Okay. Green mana. I don't really care about green mana too much. Nissa, sure. Let's draw, discard, Entomb. Well, I guess my Ledger Shredder's not dying, but I can cast 2 spells and it doesn't matter. And they're not going to be able to cast 2 spells, I don't think. Though they have enough mana now actually to cast 2 spells. Let's block the Nishoba. Go to 12. Tap out, please. Burst Lightning my Ledger Shredder. Love it. All right, now I can't even die to Fire Blast. Like, there's no Fire Blast plus Burn spell combination here. I can't even have Daze, but whatever. I'll play the Urborg anyway. Dark Ritual. Doomsday down to 6. And we're going to get Thassa's Oracle, Ancestral Recall. I have Gush in hand. Lion's Eye Diamond. I guess I don't even really need LED. Sure, Echo. Well, I don't even really need to show them. Oh, they're going to see my whole deck because it'll be exiled. Echo and... I don't have any duresses or anything. I do need the LED, right? I mean, I guess I don't. I already played my island. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Land, it doesn't matter. And then we'll put back island. Oh, no. That's not what I wanted to do. You have to confirm all of them. All right. Confirm them. And let's put back Echo of Eons, Island, Thassa's Oracle, Ancestral, LED, blue. Well, I don't really need the black. Gush, return to Islands, LED, Ancestral, sack, LED. Thassa's Oracle. Actually, I guess I could have just not played a land there. It doesn't matter here, but for future reference, what I should have done is instead of playing my swamp, which I didn't need to play for any reason, I could have put an island on top and gone Island Oracle and then not had to do the LED and then been able to have a Force of Will backup. But playing against red-green beats, I mean, I guess Contagion is kind of the jam. Maybe. I like the Exhume stuff. I like the Force. I haven't actually really forced anyone, have I? I don't even know if Contagion's good. It doesn't really do much against Nishoba. Yeah, I kind of think we're just good where we are, and we'll see if we need any changes if we go to game 3. Hopefully we don't. All right, time for game 2. Yeah, this hand looks great. This hand has Mystical Tutor that can get either Doomsday or Dark Ritual. So basically what I'm going to do, and they're mulliganing, so that helps slow them down a little, hopefully. Maybe Contagion comes in, but we're not going to game 3. What I kind of want to do is just take a little time here and get to a spot where I know what I'm supposed to Mystical for. Troll was a great draw here, because now turn 2 I have Thought Scour plus Troll. Though maybe I should have just played turn 1... Inti attack with Llanowar Elves. Nice. Maybe I should have just played turn 1 Thought Scour so they didn't like Rex Sage my currency converter on turn 2. If they hit a Mox off this, it's going to be so annoying. Because there's not very much they can play this turn. They've already played their land. They hit Stomping Ground. All right. I'll take 2 then. The other thing about this is they don't even know that... Brainstorm? That's nice too. Maybe I'll just cast Brainstorm and then cycle Troll. They don't know that I can make a 2/2. It doesn't look like I can. So it is possible that if they attack with both, which it looks like they're going to, maybe, yeah. If they're going to put the counter on Inti most likely. But if they happen to put it on the Elf, get them good. I mean, they have to discard here, I would imagine. And they're also playing this correctly. They basically threw away a card to give the Elf +1/+1, which I think is right. Oh, they put the counter on the elf. All right, because now I'm gonna go brainstorm. Oh, and there's a life death. That's interesting. Urborg's amazing too. Ooh, what do I put back here? I honestly think maybe I put back Narset Thought Scour. Because, no, this looks fine. Because the life death ought to buy us a little bit of time. Swamp cycle this. Use the converter. Put the troll back. Get my swamp. Block the Inti, and they discarded Burst Lightning too. Oh, look at that ambush. Oh yeah, that's the stuff right there. And then they didn't play anything. I put back my Narset, but that's okay. Now we're gonna go Death on the Troll. And this kill with Urborg is so sick, because what I'm gonna get to do is play Urborg, Mystical Tutor for Doomsday, play Urborg, cast Doomsday with 1 land untapped, and then Gush, returning the 2 islands that were swamps because of Urborg. Ooh, what is this? Okay, it's just, that's nothing. Nothing to me. And then Gush with the 1 floating into Ancestral LED for that whole jam. And also, they have this troll they have to deal with. They can't just, like, ignore it. Oh, and they're tapped out. And technically, if their last card is Fire Blast, I could lose here, but I'm not in for that. Like, I'm not playing around a Fire Blast here. Urborg. Urborg's so sick in this deck. There's a reason I snapped off the Urborg when I saw it. Doomsday into Ancestral Recall. Lion's Eye Diamond. Thassa's Oracle. And who cares? Done. Put back land. Thassa's Oracle, Ancestral, Lion's Eye. Tap for a blue. Gush. Well, Doomsday has looked pretty unbelievably good this particular draft. Ancestral myself, in response, sack for blue, and my currency converter goes nuts. I actually had an extra mana thanks to the currency converter. Let's convert some currency, baby. All right, please don't Fire Blast me. It would be very rude if you did. There wasn't much I could do about that. This is the point of the turn where they'd Fire Blast me, so it wouldn't matter what I put back. And Thassa's Oracle, boom, and that's a top 8. Would you look at that? Oh, chef's kiss. That was just amazing. Let's take a look at the deck. I have a screenshot here. So the reason this deck worked, Mox Emerald helped, but honestly, we saw the games, right? Mox Emerald wasn't like unbelievably good. Ancestral was huge. So Doomsday is a little bit like Auriok Salvagers or Yawgmoth's Will, in the sense that in order for Doomsday to be really awesome, you need some pretty busted cards. Like, it requires Dark Ritual, Ancestral. Gush is a good example of something that is not busted, but I wield the Gush, for example. So it uses low picks too. You know, it's not like it's all first picks, but really the Doomsday engine here was Gush, Ancestral, Lion's Eye, Thassa's Oracle. And then casting Doomsday required Dark Ritual or Urborg usually. Mystical and Imperial Seal helped set it up. I never really used, I guess I used Time Twister once. Echo Vions was better actually in this deck because of the Entomb. We didn't really get there on the Entomb package, but if you saw how good Troll was, both as like a shuffle, a discard for a currency converter, which again pulled its weight, and a reanimate card. And then I had Shieldred with the draw 7s. So I had a couple different things. Really the only thing bad about this deck was I didn't have a blue-black land. 1 blue-black like dual to make Tarn and Troll into double color lands would have been great. But we got there, including some like really nice Doomsday rips, and I am pretty stoked. This was the first time I've really had a Doomsday deck, and it came together perfectly. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. You got to tune in tomorrow. The top 8 draft is going to be tomorrow's video, and we'll see how that goes, but this was awesome. So thanks for watching. I appreciate you hanging out. I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. It helps out the channel, and you won't miss a single draft.